Hey everybody, Mark Davis. Welcome to the immediate aftermath of our Monday morning, October 6, 2014 show, which is to say the kickoff of Ebola Week 2. So where do we find ourselves in all of this? It is a story that involves public health, of course. It is a story that involves science, of course. It is a story that involves public policy. And all three are mixing together to make an intriguing kind of soup into which I've noticed that overreaction and underreaction are both to be avoided. I haven't perceived any overreaction of any great import. I've got the occasional email from people who go, "Oh, Mark, we're all going to be dead by Christmas. It's a Stephen King novel come to life." And I don't believe that for a minute. But you know what else I don't believe? I don't believe that Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins walked into ground zero of Thomas Eric Duncan's relatives who had all been exposed to him and walked in dressed like this. If I'm him, I'm going in suited up for the moon like Buzz Aldrin. And it's not because I hold these people in low regard or I want to scare them. It's that I don't want to get Ebola. And yet there was Judge Jenkins on Fox News Sunday saying, well, Chris, I'd want my family treated just like they were treated, and we don't need to go in there and alienate them by dressing up like a spaceman. What? When this kind of weird, touchy-feely kind of sentiment guides public policy, that carries a death toll. We cannot have feelings-driven reaction. It is feelings-driven reaction that has led to our failure to shut down people going to Liberia and from Liberia. If we'd done that 4 months ago, we wouldn't have a guy dying in a Dallas hospital with Ebola right now, and everybody freaked out about whether we'd come within a mile of him or anybody that he was hanging out with in those 4 or 5 days between the day he showed up at the hospital the first time and was sent home with antibiotics and when he returned violently ill the second time. So we have a hospital failure. We have government telling us, relax, we got this. Really? Government telling us, relax, we got this? The same government that cannot protect us from 15 million illegal aliens? The same government that seems less than interested and motivated in fighting terror so that we have beheadings in Oklahoma? The same government that can't keep a knife-wielding lunatic out of the actual White House? So this is not a good time for government to be telling us, relax, we've got this. So on the show, if you'll continue to follow us and just listen every day, 7 to 10 Central Time, right here on 660 AM The Answer, we're chronicling this, and I'm always going to be on guard against overreaction, but I haven't really seen much. What I have seen is underreaction. I've seen things that I like to call honesty suppressors. Here's what I mean. There's political correctness that will suppress our honesty because Lord knows we don't want to stigmatize West Africa. We have just a general weakness of spine sometimes. We don't like to deliver harsh news to people like, hey, maybe you're not going to be able to go to Liberia, or if you're over there and you get it, maybe you don't get to come back, or hey, maybe here you are in America right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We might need to put you in quarantine for 21 days and you can't go to the store for juice. We don't like to deliver that tough news. Clay Jenkins doesn't even like protecting himself and his family by suiting up appropriately by walking into that Ebola-stricken apartment. It's absolutely crazy. And the other thing that might be kind of an honesty suppressor is public officials playing CYA. Public officials who are just involved in this intercongratulatory wet kiss fest in which everybody's just doing a great job. Oh, we're all just doing a great job. Great job, Bill. No, you got a great job going there, Bob. Thank you, Bill. No, thank you, Bob. Look, I'm not looking for an enormous spider web of scapegoating, but could we maybe tamp that down a little bit, tap the brakes, and have some actual public officials step forward and say, you know something? There's a lot we don't know here. There's going to be a learning curve, but we will always shoot straight with you. If you do that, I will be calm, a lot calmer than if you just tell me to sit down, shut up, and calm down every day. All right, we're cracking this every day. Mark Davis Show, 7 to 10 a.m. Central Time at 660 a.m. The Answer. And, of course, always right here and via the pod. Good time to be catching the podcasts, I'm thinking. This morning show, go get it now. Get the Monday show. They're all there. 660amtheanswer.com. Click on my happy face and then the podcast part and listen every day live on the app if you wish. 660 a.m. The Answer. Mark Davis Show. Thanks for listening.